Good morning, everyone. All the alerts are up, everything's off, and we're ready to go. And where'd the week go? Where did the week go? We're already at Friday. Good morning, everyone. This is Carol Seward, aka Naughty Bus, live with you.
TwoSistas. Good morning, everyone. It's Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0. Excuse me. It is a very rainy day here in North Haven. Obviously, very cloudy, dismal, doom and gloom kind of day, and we're expecting the temperatures to drop. And a big ice storm apparently is on its way. So, we're just wishing everyone, just be safe out there. That's all. We're all pretty smart and educated in that prospect here, having lived here for numerous years. So just be safe. So Fantabulous Friday, and I tagged it, and I've often said this when I'm at the controls and getting everything up and running.
She likes the controls, people. Don't let her fool you. She gets really excited about
do.
that.
I do. But, there's always that, with the tagline, I'm like, what do I put? Excuse me. So I put Fantabulous Friday, tech issues. We all have them. Obviously, Carol Sue had some signing on this morning. And what to do if they really annoy the F out of you.
Well, on a Fantabulous Friday, you got to let it go. You just let those things go. Sometimes they're not in our control. And let's face it, we always talk about that's a big piece to everything that encompasses our life. We're never in control. We're only in control of how we decide to deal with something, take action or no action or reaction. Those are the things that we're in control of. And you try to find your little niche of how you have to deal with, those annoyances. It could be a tech issue, could be, your spouse, could be a friend, could be, something that's going on in your community. And the bottom line is you can't control what someone else is going to do. You can't control what, excuse me, web controls or the internet. Can't control that stuff. Now, ironically, excuse me, we just upped I'm going to say wattage. That is the incorrect word. Megabytes, whatever it may be, for the Wi-Fi. So you have typically, I believe it's like 250, then 500, then 1,000 something. I don't know what the gigawatts or whatever phrase is, acronym behind that. Speed, maybe has something, I think it has something to do with the speed. Now that comes to mind. I don't know if there's a tech word to it. But anyway, so we just upped it because obviously with the podcast and live streaming and that kind of stuff, you want to make sure you got good enough speed. So anywho, we did that, and I thought, will I see some sort of boom? All of a sudden, like I click a button and I'd be on. I haven't quite seen that yet. I think I've seen some frequency of it going quicker. So I'm interested to see how that piece works out. And that was something that I could control to hopefully help, not have so many different tech issues. I know when a lot of people are on, you got multiple devices on and you've got live streaming going on, a lot of times that does impede the speed. So I'm trying to unpede the speed by upping my speed. We'll see whether that really translates into a faster, quicker internet. So far, I think it has overall, but it is Fantabulous Friday, and this is the day of the week that we kind of look through our whole week, right? We had Monday Mindset, Triumph Tuesday, Wealth Wellness Wednesday, Trending Thursday, and now we're at Fantabulous Friday. And it's a time for us to reflect, did we meet our goals? What did we have to do better on? Maybe we derailed a little bit. Maybe we had to pivot, because a lot of times during your week, you got to pivot. Something comes up. Maybe it's an illness. Maybe it's you forgot to write an appointment in. That kind of derailed your day one day. Maybe an appointment lasted longer than you thought, which was the domino effect of going to your next appointment or your next wherever you had to be. And you had to navigate through all of this. And that's why we're so proud that we, do have a theme to help all of you keep on track. And guess what? It helps us to keep on track. Well, we're excited. We've talked about, the different reaches of our clients, our customers, our viewers, our listeners. And we decided, we're going to be brainstorming next week, but we've decided that we're going to shake things up. And the reason we want to shake things up is we do have a lot of listeners and viewers that they would like to see us at different times. So yes, of course, you can always go back and do it. Some people like that live interaction, right? So we are going to try something new out. And if it's successful, we'll increase it. So probably starting in a few weeks, you're going to see some time changes with what time we go on. Excuse me. Right now, we're thinking Monday, Wednesday, Friday, be on around this time frame, because we do have that flexibility. And then Tuesdays and Thursdays go on at night. So like 7:00 at night, 8:00 at night, somewhere in that time frame, because we do understand that we have a lot of people that their mornings are busy. They're starting out with their fitness, getting kids off to school, getting ready to go to work. And what frequently happens that we hear from our guests and our viewers, and thank you for everyone that leaves messages on our website, that they try to catch it, and then you have all intentions of trying to catch it, and then you forget. And a lot of people really depend on kind of staying on track with our theme, because it really does help people really navigate through their life. And we're so pleased and excited about that. So what we've decided to do is we're going to try a few nights a week. I know 7:00 sometimes can also be a bewitching hour. So we're going to try 7, and then we actually may do one at 7:00 and one at 8:00, kind of see how either flow works. We love the flexibility that we have to offer with our podcast. And, we're pretty excited about that. Aren't you, Jim?
Yeah, shaking things up means sometimes like really thinking out of the box. And really, what does that mean? That means maybe stepping out of a time zone. As Carol Sue discussed, trying a few different times at night. And the exciting part about it is it really has, like, I have a list of stuff that, this and that, which we're going to be discussing in the next few days. And who knows where that's going to lead. And that's kind of the exciting part about it. And what is also exciting is that, we have, by the way, as a sidebar, we do have an amazing lineup of guests, for the next month and a half, 2 months. And what's great about that is, we have people from all different walks of life coming on. And, to discuss, anything dealing with wellness. And to us, that's exciting. We've had people who are in the military that have now, decided to go into health and wellness. And in fact, I just got, and I don't think Carol Sue knows about this. I don't think I've had a chance to even tell her. I had an email yesterday from a doctor who absolutely loves our podcast. He specifically loves Mindset Mondays, and he wanted to reach out to us to see if he could be a guest on our podcast. And I frequently just get out of the blue emails. So of course I emailed him back and said, go to our website, fill out our, register as a guest. And I was pleasantly surprised because a lot of times you get requests, and just to be recognized by somebody not that he's above us, because he's certainly not. He's a physician, he's an anesthesiologist, he's into integrative nutrition, that type of thing.
Awesome.
But to be recognized by somebody in our field that is in that professional category of his profession. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I was like,
he's a doctor. He went to school. He has credentials. He's a professional in his field. And it is nice because sometimes with doctors, you get a and arrogance about them. I'm just going to go out there and say that. And a lot of times, I think what is happening in our world right now is people are understanding that they can be in control of their health through naturopathic ways, for integrated different ways of doing different things. And too frequently, there are many doctors in the profession that, went to schooling. They actually, most doctors, and every doctor that I've spoken to or nurse will say the nutritional piece to it is not big in their schooling, in their learning. In addition, back in the day, 50s, 60s, 70s, you didn't question a doctor. You took them for their word. And now people are understanding, wait a minute, my body, my choice. I want to know if there's an alternative to just going to big pharma. I want to know if there is a way that I can adjust my diet so I don't have to be on medication. I want to research that. And I think I am glad that he recognizes that, because a lot of doctors still don't. They feel like, no, we're the doctor, we have the education, we know better. And of course, certainly you have specialty doctors out there, physicians, anesthesiologists. And of course, yes, from a medical perspective, they do know more than us. They chose that field, they went to get educated, and they're practicing professionals. So I agree with that. From a medical standpoint, they are definitely more qualified. But what I like seeing is that people are taking charge of their health. At least we hope you are, especially learning that this pandemic could have been, in fact, hit people, this particular virus or multiple strains of this virus could have actually impacted people in a different way if they were already on a health and wellness journey. We frequently talk about that. It's hitting harder to the people that are overweight, smokers, people that, are using recreational and not recreational drugs, alcohol, whatever it may be. It is impacting them more. It also impacts different ages, but it also goes back to what is your already daily routine of your health and wellness. So I would like to see doctors like himself or anyone in the profession start pushing the healthy. And I think there are many doctors that are saying, look, you know what, instead of us just automatically writing that prescription pad, let's talk about your nutrition. Let's talk about, that scientifically, and even some doctors don't agree with this, but scientifically, we cannot fulfill all our nutritional needs with food alone. You can't do it. It's impossible. We have a fine machine. It constantly needs to detox and add in, detox, add in, detox, add in. So that is why people, I believe, are really starting to, and I'm hoping that they're awakened to the fact that ultimately you get the advice from the doctor, but you also have to do your own research, because not everyone fits in the same box or the same cookie cutter mold. It's not it. So I love the fact that for him to give us this compliment really showcases that he is open-minded to what his patients are willing to do for their own health and wellness with the guidance. And the whole point is we all should be partnering together. You should partner with your physician, not just, okay, he's going to tell me what I got to do. I got to do it. Ask the question, is this right for me? I don't think it is. I think I'm better going down this road, and have that healthy discussion, because ultimately he can advise you on certain things. Will you do them? Will you not? Do you agree? Do you not? And I think what's happening is it really is, from the medical perspective, is opening up that conversation with physicians and their patients to have a working partnership in health and wellness.
Right. Having that conversation with your physician, and maybe in a certain way, physicians are starting to transition, meaning, maybe they have available on staff health coaches that can kind of further direct them in that right way. So what better way to, to start to have that conversation with your physician. So we're pretty excited about that. A lot of great things coming down the pike. Time to shake.
That's something to celebrate. We'll do a little celebrating Fantabulous Friday.
Absolutely is. And, you know, the weather may be doom and gloom, but you know what? That's not going to stop the enthusiasm of what the day may hold. And it's kind of that way with your wellness too. Like, you know, you may wake up feeling like, you know, no, I don't feel good. I'm achy, I'm sore, which technically every morning I am, but I don't let that stop me. And I always look for the blessings in everything. Sometimes it's really hard. I'm not going to lie. It's been a rough week, but you know what? We've learned from that. And I'm grateful for the opportunity for all the blessings, you know, or the different lessons to be learned. I just think that that's kind of an, excuse me, an amazing feat. And we're both still coughing here, obviously.
Yeah, it's getting better though. I mean, I'm getting better. I've been doing, I actually went out and bought more nice local honey from the farm right kind of kitty corner from where we are. I'm also doing honey drops, which does help soothe the throat. Throat doesn't hurt. It's not itchy. It's just, I still have some postnasal drip. And a lot of people don't realize when you have a little bit of a postnasal drip, it's enough to kind of aggravate your throat. And that's why you cough.
Wow, from wellness to postnasal drip.
I know, exactly.
You just never know.
It's just, you know, it's running its course. It's getting better. So, I mean, road to recovery, obviously, is not always on our timetable. We have to kind of go with the flow. But yesterday was the first day that I probably did a half day full of errands. So that was something to celebrate. And today I'm actually going to do a full body workout. What I mean by a full body workout, I'm not going to go overly stressing on every area. So I'm not going to be doing a ton of reps, but I'm going to make sure I get a couple reps in of each body because I'm a contestant for the Ultimate Thriver. And the cool piece to the first month, which was January, was kind of getting my goal weight. And I'm still a couple pounds away from my goal weight, but I'm just about there. And I did all that without any real fitness because I started off the first 2 weeks in January, and then I started not feeling so well with migraines and everything else, and that derailed me. So I thought, if I don't have the stamina to actually do a workout, I'm still going to get some movement in, not the movement that I wanted, but I still wanted to make sure that I was getting movement in. But I really focused on juicing and really getting closer to that goal weight. And what I proved to myself is that if I, kept with that mindset, that even though I couldn't do the full physical piece yet, that you do need with overall health and wellness, that I was going to control what was in my control. And what was in my control is what I was putting into my body. And so I actually got closer to my goal weight without even working out extensively. So now this is the month that I'm the second month, because it's 12 weeks. So I'm now in my second 4-week portion. And now that I am starting to feel better, I'm going to introduce fitness back in, but I'm going to be mindful that my stamina is still quite not there. But it's time to test the water. So I'm pretty excited about that. Plus the weather is cooperating a little bit more. It's getting a little bit warmer out. So I can do some good, nice outdoor power walking. Because again, that's within my control. So that's what I'm celebrating, getting back in the swing of where I want to be with this contest. So I'm celebrating.
That's awesome. And, so many good things to celebrate. And what are you celebrating out there? We would love to hear from you. Go to our website, www.TwoSistas.online. Leave us a voice message. We'd love to hear your thoughts on Fantabulous Friday. How are you feeling? What are some topics that you would love us to discuss? Would you like to be a guest? Do you know somebody who would make an excellent fit for our podcast? Go to our website and leave us a message. And on that note, we both hope that you have a wonderful weekend. My name is Janice, aka Wellness Diva 5.0, and I am with TwoSistas.
So this is Carol, so aka Naughty Boss. It's Celebration Friday, Fantabulous Friday. Celebrate you. Don't forget, pat yourself on the back. Have that conversation with yourself in the mirror and let you know that you did do a good job. Maybe it wasn't a perfect week. That is okay. The fact is that you were in the motion of going forward. You might have had a derail a little bit sideways here and there, but that's okay, because guess what? We are human, which means we are all perfectly imperfect. Nothing wrong with that. We will see you on Monday for Mindset Monday. You guys have a great weekend. And if you are in the Webster, Massachusetts area, I know that there is a great big meat raffle going on at the VFW Hall in Webster, Mass. This Sunday, over $1,000 worth of different cuts of meat, pork, steak, chicken wings. Who's not getting ready for the Super Bowl and/or just wants to stock up their freezer? So stop by there from 1 to 5. Again, that is the VFW Hall in Webster, Massachusetts. You guys have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay warm. And if it gets icy out there, use some common sense. Don't go out ice skating with your shoes. Take care. Bye-bye.
Everyone.